Like, seriously, maybe it's time for you to fall. Like, seriously, fall, motherfucker. Maybe that's what finally breaks the illusion. Maybe the fall isn't the end. Maybe it's the beginning. Maybe the crash that you're scared of is the only thing strong enough to shatter this fake ass version of yourself that you've been trying to hold together with duct tape and daddy issues. I know you're scared. I know it feels like you're going to lose everything. But what if what you're actually losing is just the mask? What if the identity that's dying is the one that was never truly you? And what if that's the best fucking thing that could ever happen? Listen to me, you're not failing. You're waking up. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's confusing as hell, but this isn't collapse. It's a contraction. That's like when you're about to give birth to you. And like every messy, bloody birth, it's supposed to feel like you're dying first. You should feel like you're being ripped open a little bit. That's the point. You've been doing everything you were supposed to. Grind, hustle, sacrifice, push, force. But you've never actually looked at why you keep repeating the same sabotage loop. You made money, and then what? You lost it again and again, and now you're scared that the real you is going to be exposed? Good. Let him be. Let him finally come the fuck out, because this imposter that you're scared they're going to see, that's the part of you that's been running the show this whole time. Maybe a scared little boy who thought he had to earn love by performing, by achieving, by fixing everyone else's problems and ignoring his own. That kid who thought if he just did enough, he would finally be enough. But the truth that you're not going to want to hear, but you need tattooed inside of your soul, is you've never actually been the imposter. You've just been possessed by your pain. And your pain is loud as fuck right now because it's tired of being ignored. It's tired of slapping another motivational meme over it and calling it healed. This moment, this terrifying, desperate, gut-wrenching moment is sacred. Because right now you're cracked wide open, which means you're finally ready to feel. Finally ready to listen. Finally ready to let go of who you thought you had to be. So you can become who you really are. The emotionally jacked version of you. The version that doesn't hide. The version that doesn't need the world's approval. Just to breathe. That version owns his pain. He sits with it. He learns from it, instead of outrunning it like you've been doing your whole life. Listen, you guys, click the link in the description and book a free call. I've been there. I lost everything, my family, my money, my mind, and I kept asking myself why nothing was working. Why I kept sabotaging everything I said I wanted. And you want to know why? Because I had no idea how to actually feel. My whole life I thought, don't cry, don't feel, don't be weak. So I coped. I used a shit ton of alcohol. I coped with work, with validation, until I finally cracked. Until I hit the exact cliff that you're standing on. And then I jumped. I jumped into shadow work, into inner child healing, into facing every dark, ugly, shame-soaked part of me that I had been trying to outrun for decades. So if you feel like a fraud, that's your shadow talking. That's the part of you that still thinks love is conditional. Your worth is tied to your results. That if you don't win, you don't matter. Let me tell you something, man. Real self-worth doesn't come from results. It comes from resilience. From being willing to look at your pain right in the eye and say, you don't scare me anymore. I don't think you're failing. You're just facing truth. And the truth is, no strategy, no funnel, no business plan will ever fix what started when you were 5 and felt like you didn't matter unless you were perfect. You've been in fight or flight mode your whole adult life. You've mistaken intensity for identity. You've built your entire sense of self around being useful, productive, powerful. And now that's not working. You think you're broken, but you're not broken. You're just burnt the fuck out because your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for years. You don't need more grind. You need more gentleness. And don't worry, I'm not talking about bubble baths and candles unless that's your thing. That's cool. I'm talking about the savage kind of gentleness where you stop bullshitting yourself, where you sit with the part of you that says, I'm so fucking scared. And instead of drowning it out, you listen. Let him speak a little bit. Let him scream. Let him sob. Let him feel safe with you for the first fucking time. Because you're not lost, man. You're just finally too exhausted to keep pretending that you know the way. And that's where the magic begins. So you want real results? Start here, not with more strategy, not with more hustle. Start with the part of you that feels like he's going to die if he slows down. That's the doorway. That's the medicine. That's the truth that unlocks every result you've been chasing. Because when you stop being afraid of being exposed, you get to live exposed. Raw, real, and free. And here's the deal. This movement, this emotionally jacked brotherhood we're building, it's for men like you. It's for men like me. Men who are tired of pretending, tired of being strong on the outside, but hollow on the inside. And it's not just self-improvement. This is soul reclamation. This is emotional regulation, spiritual growth, and self-awareness forged in fire. If that speaks to you, then click on the link in the description and book a free call. Or download the guides that I built from the trenches, man. Just do something, because the cost of inaction is your soul. It's your marriage. It's your legacy. It's your life. And you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're just ready. And readiness doesn't feel safe. It feels like terror trapped in truth. It feels like a panic attack and a breakthrough are having sex in your chest. And that's where the shift happens. You don't need another how-to. You need to process the pain that's been running your life from behind the scenes. This is the part where brothers become men, where imposters become leaders, where scared little boys grow up without losing their softness. Are you ready? Good. Let's fall together.